In this video, we go over 5 great pieces of gear, around $250 for DJs and producers. Find out which ones those are coming up. Thank you for watching PDot TV, where you'll find tips, tricks, and tutorials for DJs and music performers. Now let's get into the video. So the first item we have up is Pioneer DJ's latest mid-range headphone. This is the Pioneer DJ HDJ7. Now, like it sounds, this isn't the cheapest headphone in their current lineup, but it's not the most expensive as well. And I really think this is the sweet spot for the current line of Pioneer DJ headphones. You get some of the nicer build quality that you would find in the more expensive headphones that Pioneer DJ makes, but you're not breaking the bank of that super high-end Pioneer DJ headphone. These are definitely gonna sound better than their entry-level headphone and definitely built a little bit more rugged, and you can just feel the way these headphones just feel in your hands, as well as fit and just sound. Just overall feels a lot better than that entry-level headphone that they currently have in their lineup. And still at $200, it's not the cheapest, but it's a really fair price, especially for some great quality DJ headphones like these from Pioneer DJ. Next up, we have a pair of KRK Rokit 5s, and this kit is pretty nice because it also comes with a pair of XLR cables as well. So that's one thing that you don't So that's one less thing that you have to buy when getting these monitors. And the KRK Rokit 5s have been tried and true tested. There's probably literally thousands of pairs of these headphones scattered across the US, across the world, in a bunch of bedroom and even some, mid-range studios out there, because these things last a long time. They have some pretty good sound quality, and just overall look looks really clean, really nice. Now, I will say one thing about these is that if you're looking for a flat sound to give you, something that you can mix on, if you're actually mixing and mastering, these probably aren't the kind of monitors you want. But if you want something that's going to give you some nice sound and you're not really worried about how quote-unquote accurate the sound is, and you just want something that's going to bump, these are a great choice. Now, switching gears over to DJ equipment, here we have the Numark Mixtrack Platinum. This is probably one of the nicer quote-unquote entry-level priced DJ controllers out there for any software for that matter, and for 2 reasons in particular. First reason for me is the full-length pitch fader. You really don't see that feature in a lot, if not most, of the entry-level and even the mid-range DJ controllers out there. And it's so important, especially if you're wanting to make that jump from controllers to CDJs or turntables. Getting used to a pitch fader that's that long, and you just get that range and you can really dial it in, makes such a difference. Especially if you're just starting out, you want to get something that's going to be closer to what you eventually want to end up using. Now, the second feature is that heads-up display that's in the center of each of the jog wheels. Now, it's not a lot of information that's on there, but some pretty key stuff, especially having the BPMs on there, and that goes hand in hand with the longer throw pitch faders. So just like how the CDJ 2000 Nexus 2s have the pitch and the BPM on the actual display, this kind of has it, not necessarily in the same place. And it's kind of nice having that long throw pitch fader and getting that visual feedback on the same piece of hardware. Kind of gets you used to looking down, using your ears and your eyes to check the actual BPMs and getting them synced up manually, I should say. And just overall, this controller has a nice feel. Not just those 2 features, but the pads are pretty good. I mean, they're not the best pads in the world, but just I like the size of it. It's not too big, but it's not super small. And like I said, there aren't many DJ controllers out there that are this feature packed with these particular features, especially at this price. Now, sticking with DJ controllers, my other pick for DJ controllers at this price range has to be the Tinier DDJ400. Now, this has what I think is probably going to be Pioneer DJ's next generation, and we're going to see this in a lot of their controllers moving forward. As far as the layout, they've changed the layout from being pretty much a carbon copy of their Serato controllers and kind of making it their own. Now, we saw this with the DDJ1000, and I'm happy to see that they made an entry-level version of that controller. So you get some nice jog wheels that look and have a lot more closer resemblance to the actual CDJ jog wheels than the previous controller jog wheels. You get a nice mixer section that's really reminiscent of the DJM series rather than just a DJ controller like their other DDJ controllers out there. And what I like about this is that they move the effects section to the right side of the middle mixer section. Instead of having two separate effects units above the decks, because that's not what you see when you get to the industry standard setup. You see a setup as far as effects and deck layout much more like this DDJ400. So I like that they moved that there, and I like that it has way more similarities with the industry standard setup than they've shown with their Serato DJ controller. So if you're looking for a DJ controller and you want to get into the Rekordbox ecosystem, this is a fantastic starting point. In fact, I think this is the best starting point if you want to make that jump into Rekordbox DJ. You get a nice quality controller with a layout that's going to be familiar to you when you make that jump, and this package overall for this price is just a great bang for your buck. So if you're looking to get into Rekordbox DJ and you don't want to break the bank, this is a great way to get your start. And finally, for all my turntablists and vinyl DJs out there, this is the Ortophone Conchords Scratch MK2. So this is their new Conchord setup where you have the removable, lifts, and they're replaceable as well as just an overhaul of the actual Conchord cartridge and the stylus and the way it sounds. And this is supposed to be their, scratch recommended cartridge. So you can kind of think of this as a replacement sort of to the older keyboard cartridge, because that one's kind of discontinued and you really don't see it anymore. So if you're looking for an Ortophone cartridge that's gonna stick to the groove, this is the one they recommend. But at the same time, it's probably gonna weigh your records down a little bit faster. So be aware of that. If you're using this to play, real vinyl, I probably wouldn't recommend this. If you're using this with something like, control vinyl, where it doesn't matter where you're putting the actual needle on the record and you can just cut back and forth forever, this is probably a better setup for that. So if you're in the market for some new cartridges, something that's gonna stick to the groove, and something that's all-in-one Conchord style, this could be the cartridge for you. So that's a look at 5 great pieces of gear, around $250 for DJs and producers. If you're interested in purchasing any of those, links can be found down below in the description. And as always, if you found this video useful, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, go ahead and click right here to subscribe to this channel. Or if you'd like to watch more content, go ahead and click on that video right there. And thank you for watching PDot TV, where you'll find tips, tricks, and tutorials for DJs and music performers. See you next time.